Good day, welcome to Multi-Night Design in the continuation of our two-bedroom terrace apartment executive that we're working on. So in this tutorial we have started the elevation, then we'll continue by breaking some of this in order. So this is the ground floor plan. You have seen it for the first time, so this is the ground floor plan. You just need to go from the city where we started and complete everything. So you start from the tutorial 1, and if you are joining us for the first time, kindly subscribe to this channel. This is what we do every time, and we have a lot of video tutorial on our channel to complement that. So what we do here, this is the roof plan now. So in this particular, we want to start still base more of the elevation, but for now we want to quickly create apartments by apartment using text, model text to do the work we want to do here for now. So how we start by clicking on the model text. So like we say, the pick plane references is just normal, something you need to pick. Then we are going to work on this one. So this is the wall for the front side, so we are going to select that. Then we start writing apartment 1. Sorry for apartment 1. So let's put it that way, and this is it. So we have this one in place. So if it's what we have written here, if you want to change it, that's not going to go along with what we want to do, you can decide to change this later. But let us just make sure that we do that and see how far. So let's say editing the type. So what does it mean that this is text size as big as this? So let's say we want to change the font. The normal way we want you to do with the normal text, you can do that. So I'm going to do it within N. So that's what I want to use, and I will use normal italics. Let it be okay in that way. So I'm going to change that. I think I appreciate this font. So the only thing that I need to do now is to change the depth. So but I need to change it until the how thick the whole thing is. So the thickness is like too big for me, so I'm going to change that by selecting, say 50. I think 50 thickness is okay here. So this one will be okay. So from here now I can just start and copy and duplicate everything the way we used to do. So I'm going to change this one, put it here, put it here, put it here, put it here, and I think we're done. So now apartment 1, I'm going to change this one to apartment 2. Still carry the same property as time. So the only text that have different effects. So apartment 3, according to the bit system that I've uploaded here. So here now I see apartment 4. Then it's this last one, which is apartment 5. Okay, so we're done with this. So you can now change the, you just only need one of them and to complete the whole system. So this is what we have here. Let's say, so how do I do? I'll continue with that. So the category of material that I'm going to use here, since I'm using the same model text of 600, I've never duplicated, so it's more easy for me. So what I need is to change the model text. I'm going to use this aluminium to do the needful to what I want to do. So go to graphics and say graphics appearance, then come back here and just select what you need to select. So everything should update itself, and see that the whole thing has changed. So this one didn't change, but you need to select all, select everything and change it here. So you still maintain the aluminium material and say okay. So everything we have, so that is it for now. So now let us create the steps. Now follow this, but before the step, let me quickly have the railings in the place for the upper floor. So I'm going to go here and just click on the railing system that I normally use. So I don't create any special railing. So there are some tutorials on YouTube that teach you how to create special railing if you want to do that. So but this is my own customized, and I've been using it for a while. So I've got to go on and create similar. You can decide to copy if you have created one and start copying them from one point to another. So you see the same way, but the only thing is that the line of, you cannot draw two lines like this together. It's going to have issue. You can imagine what we see here now. So see to you that there is a script, so just quit or continue whatsoever. Delete one of them. So you'll be able to finish, then create similar and continue. So that's just it for the way you create things here. So now you look at it from a 3D view and see that the really now has the this map. So now let me quickly take the steps to this place. So I'm going to go to side elevation, which is west. Let me check the appropriate part as me or east. I think this part is okay. Let me use this aspect. So I'm going to click on the show the region, then expand. If you have same issue, just click on that, and if you expanded, then you'll be able to do whatever you want to do. So this is my front, I'm going to use it. So I'll click on extrusion, model in place. So the same way I'm going to use my placement that I love using most, and say okay. So I have it now. Extrusion is my joy, so I'm going to click that, and I will come and centralize my attention towards the plane references, which is this. Then I will draw this line. So from there now I draw the 300, sorry, then the 150 or 150 or 160, whatever that comes first down. So I'm going to select this one. I will say copy from here, paste here, place here, place it here, and place the last part here. So from there now you stream, then you draw the normal line and let them join together and form a single model. So click finish, then you go to side elevation where you're going to do the adjustments based on what you have done here. So I'm going to adjust this to this point and adjust this one to this point. So it's not finished. Let me quickly change the material so that I will not come back and be thinking of how to do that in my place. So I will just select any material, then I say concrete cast. I think this one is okay. Just let me use concrete cast. So then from there I can now copy. So using the grid system to do what I need to do. So you remove it from the constraint so that it will flow. So continue. So that is this. You have 5 apartments and 5 things. All of these are in place. So let me click finish now. The next thing I need to do is to go to 3D. I have an issue here. There is no ground working for this. So there should be a normal natural ground system. So I'm going to click on architecture. Model and size. So from the model and size, the stucco surface is what I'm going to use to do that one. And I want to do that on 3D so that I will have it. So what will I do? The stucco surface starts from the normal. So the ground floor starts from foundation, which is on 3D. When you look at it now, you see foundation. You see the foundation plate, which is minus what? 1000. You will have minus 1000 here. So you'll be able to place it at any length as you want. So it's not only that I want to use it beyond the surface plan that I was given. So I'm going to click that here. So everything's set in place now. I have it. So I can decide to change this to suit my home by clicking the material and then change it to concrete cement. Let's use concrete cement to do that. So that is it. Now from all this one, now you can decide to use realistic so that you'll be able to place everything squarely and see the meaningful to quality the design you have been doing. So you can just see. So most of these within the originality of what you have done and the whole thing will work together to bring the beauty of your design. Now the next thing I need to do is to create the power parts around this. So I'm going to use foundation to do that. So it's a simple thing to do. Just click on to the way you are doing is to do this. I will use placements to do the work. by clicking on placement. So the next thing I do is to draw the line, which is extrusion. Extrusion will do this by clicking on rectangle and everything will be picked. So because I've already set mine, so I don't need to too much bother about, so it's going to do that for itself. So offset here is going to be 800. So I'm going to do that by clicking 800, then I set that in place and I will click finish. So change the material now to green. So it doesn't matter, just change this one and say duplicate the material. So from there you flow on to the next thing. So select this appearance, you select. So you go to site work, then you look for insert material. Let me just use this grass high quality. So I can increase the depth anyhow I want to do. So I've done that. So check it on 3D. You see the part where these things follow. So the next is that I will go and beautify it more. So by clicking a little curve around it. So what I'm going to do is that I will select, just copy and press 1. So it's going to copy almost the same instance. So we say edit in place. So what we do, we delete all the internal references of this. Then you say select here and you say offset. So offset here, let's just have 120. Now this time around I'm going to make sure that this one is a little bit higher. So I'm going to use 300. Then I can quickly change the material before I finish the work. So I'll just appear everything at once and everything will be in place. So I'll just say D5 is what I want to use on that. Then I'll select and paste. I will say click finish. Then go back to the 3D to see what we've done around this place. So that is just it for this particular one. So after I've done this one, the only thing I need for you now is to start beautifying everything one after the other. So we're going to do that and finish it. So the last part is this side of the something. Let me click that and finish it up. So I'm going to use the same thing that I have here, edit in place. So I'm going to do that. I want to use 3D parts to do that. So I'm in 3D to do that. So I'm going to click extrusion, click on extrusion. So what I'm going to do now, say I'm going to select the part to which I want the work to be. So I will say create similar. So here now I have an issue because the reason is that there is no part of reference to pick. So I will cancel it and I will say cancel again, then just cancel everything, cancel the model. So I have issue here. The reason is that what I want to create here is not in conjunction with this, but I'll still go back there and do the same thing. So edit in place. So we say extrusion and click on extrusion. So the reason why it's 3D is because there's an issue that's given because there's no reference plane and it being given a serious warning. So I should have a reference line. So the next time when you have an issue like this, just don't bother yourself. Click cancel. So what you do, go back here. The first thing to do is to go to the west elevation or west. I think it's west that we do that. No, it's east too. So let's go to east elevation. So from the east elevation, when you click on extrusion, it will ask you a question because this time around it's not in 3D. So you just click on pick plane. So you select the plane references that suit the position. So you drag your mouse around. As you drag your mouse now, this is it. So you can come to 3D now and start doing your work. So I see what I'm saying now. So you click on that. The line has already been snapped to that position. So that's another trick. So you can use that to justify everything you want to do. So I'm going to do that on one side. So just click like that. So you can design it anywhere, anyhow you want to. Because I just want a clean reference. I just want to use a 3D aspect to teach whatsoever I want to teach or display. So what you do is that you click finish, and this has already been done. You can now extend this one down. Okay, so you have this in place. You can click this one and say 250 is too big, so just reduce it to something like 100. Then you can change the material category to suit anything you want it to suit. So cabinet club, I'm going to choose something different. Let's say edit, let me edit the image, just remove the image. Do you have the remove? So the image is not removable, but let's say you can darken the material, I think so. Make the material look like it's okay. So I think this one will be okay. So that's just it in that way. So if it's not now okay for you, you can just use the opportunity to transfer it to another thing. So for me, I'll just go to this elevation and say mirror on this middle and say middle. So I think I am done. So I'm going to click this and I will say thanks for what you have done in this particular tutorial. This is how far we can go. And this is the normal thing we are able to do at this level. So the next forum we're going to continue and finish it up at once. Time for stay with us now.